Check, check, check. Check 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check.
Will all the parents in the senior ceremony please assemble in the north end zone? Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening and welcome to South San Francisco High School's Varsity Warrior Football Senior Night. Can everybody hear me? People hear me out there? I would like you to draw your attention down to the field as I introduce your Varsity Warrior seniors. First up, number 71, Oscar Gonzalez. Oscar is being represented here tonight by his parents, Maria and Jose, and Ilaria.
Slowly, slowly. You want to... Yeah, you're fine. Just hold it right there. All right, you're good, Coy? I'm on. Yeah, just hold it right there.
All right, next up. He's a senior, number 1, Joseph Nazal. Joseph is also being represented here tonight by his parents, Jaleel and Diana, brother Gideus, cousin Justin, and his uncle Michael Stewart. He's alumnus from South City High, class of 1984.
It's a union situation. Ready? Coy, you're good? One, tilt down a bit. I can see the track. Tilt down. No, not yet. No.
Our next senior, number 2, Christian Casillas. Christian is represented here tonight by his parents, Jorge and Anastasia, and sisters Araceli and Karina. Next up, we have number 6, Frank House. Frank is being represented here tonight by his parents, Dean, who also played football here, and Dina. They are alumni from South City High, class of 1989. His grandfather, Costa, and he's also here, and he's alumnus of South City High, class of 1952. Next up, we have number 60, Brian Gonzalez. Brian is being represented tonight by his parents, Patricia and Jose Gonzalez. Next up, we have number 8, Anthony Maciel. Gray back. Anthony is being represented here tonight by his parents, Javita and Carlos, and brothers Juan and Sergio, and his sister, Jasmine. Next up, here on senior night, we have number 70, Sal Lopez III. Sal's being represented here tonight by his parents, Sal Lopez Jr. and Tina Zorilla. I messed that one up. Next up, we have number 56, Marco Pena. Marco is being represented here tonight by his parents, Corazon and Dennis, and his sister, Denise. Next up here on senior night, we have number 22, Lance Sands. Lance is being represented here tonight by his parents, Holly and John, brother Nathan, and Ariana and family. We would also like to wish Lance a happy birthday. Next up, number 77, Logan Taylor. Logan is being represented here tonight by his parents, Maria and Steve, brother Rolando, Nana Maggie, and family. Next up, number 42, Steven Lao Papatele. Steven's being represented here tonight by his father, Tusi, brother Timo, nephew Zephy, and family. Next up, number 53, Antonio Peñate. Antonio is being represented here tonight by his parents Wendy and Benjamin, sister Jasmine, Auntie Carolina, and family. Last but not least, big number 47, Demetrius Gutu. Big Demetrius is being represented here tonight by his mother, Magdalena, twin brothers, Sam and Mario, followed by the family Porras, and in special memory of Mapu and Bree Gutu. At this time, I would like you all to congratulate and wish the very best to our South City High Varsity Warrior seniors.
Can you turn me down?
Families, at this time, I would like you to take your final pictures and clear the field. Thank you for senior night. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming around the track is our award-winning South City Band. Joining our South City Band tonight is the middle school band students from Westboro, Altaloma, and Parkway. Let's give them a South City welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, our South City Band coming around here, and our color guard recently brought home first place at the Del Oro Band Spectacular. The band won first place in their division and 4th overall. Our color guard won first in their division and 4th overall. Great job to our band and guard programs, and a special congratulations to the hardest working band teacher around, Mr. Dan Talbert. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for the Knights. Number 3, Braylon Lux. Number 5, Jaden Frazier. Number 8, Zach Paskowitz. Number 9, JT Williamson. Number 10, Kevin Sielski. Number 15, Antonio Gonzalez. Number 55, Preston Auger. Number 59, Matt Wilson. Number 62, Chris Otteson. Number 67, Hunter Wright. And number 77, Jake Dugan. That's the starting lineup for the Kings Academy Knights. And now let's have the starting lineup for your South City Warriors. Once again, the starting lineup for your South City Warriors. First up, number 1, Joseph Nizal. Number 6, Frank House. Number 7, Noel Elasia. Number 8, Anthony Maceo. Number 10, Dominic Kayabyab. Number 12, Christian Rios. Number 22, Lance Sands. Number 30, Romeo Alapati. Number 47, Demetrius Gutu. Number 53, Antonio Peñate. And number 71, Brian Reyna. That's your starting lineup for your South City Warriors. Once again, welcome our award-winning band. Once again, our South City Band is being joined by the middle school band students from Westboro, Altaloma, and Parkway. Let's give them a South City welcome, everybody. Hey everybody, the Snack Shack is open for business and the cheer team is selling in the Snack Shack tonight. They're also selling pom-poms around the stands, 2 for $20. So go out and grab a snack. All proceeds benefit South City Athletics, and buy some pom-poms. Again, those are 2 for $20, and the sales women are roaming around the stands. So pick up a couple pom-poms and support South City Athletics. South City Band. Hey everybody, today's game is being broadcast live on YouTube. So call, text, message, tweet, Snapchat your family and friends and tell them to log on to YouTube to watch all of tonight's game action live. Also, tonight's game will be available to watch after the game on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/SouthCityVideoart, or simply find the video on the bottom of the South City School homepage. Hey, and the Snack Shack is open for business. Grab a snack before kickoff. They're selling hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, Polish dogs, a chicken burger, and a world-famous chicken teriyaki rice bowl. Head on over to the Snack Shack. The cheer team is helping out in the Snack Shack tonight. So pick up a snack, help South City Athletics, and go Warriors! Hey everybody, I'd like to say congratulations to our girls golf team for winning the PAL division title and becoming the PAL champions for the first time in school history. The team was led by senior Catherine Batang, who is also PAL All-League for the past 4 years in a row. A big congratulations to the team, and especially the graduating seniors Megan Chan, Katrina Hugh, Jessica Marquez Ramos, Brianna Padilla, Katia Perez, Lupita Rosas, and Brianna Sombrano. Great job, ladies, and go Lady Warriors! South City is elected to receive the kickoff for the first half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. This is Jonathan Dio alongside Ricky Martell, South San Francisco class of 2001. as the South San Francisco Warriors take on the Kings Academy of Sunnyvale. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, I'm pretty good. Good to be here. Last Friday night game of the year.
Angela Jose graduated just 2 years ago. In addition to her many talents and activities, she was a member of our award-winning cheer team. Angela was a bright, shining star, whether it was on the San Jose State cheer team or proudly representing our South City Warriors on this very field. At this time, I would like to ask for a moment of silence in honor of Angela Jose. Thank you. And now, please rise for the playing of the national anthem by the South City Band, accompanied by the students from Westboro, Altaloma, and Parkway Middle Schools. South City Band.
All right, folks, you were listening in to the fantastic national anthem there by the award-winning South San Francisco High School Band. And as you most likely overheard, our stadium announcer, Aaron Boyd, talking about the loss of one of our students, Angela Jose. A moment of silence there for her as we get started tonight for, as you said earlier, Ricardo, our last Friday night game under the lights here, senior night.
It's a good night, John. The weather is perfect. South City standards, I would say a 10 out of 10 night. We'll wait for that wind to pick up like it normally does. South City coming in tonight, pretty rough. 0-8 campaign. First year for Coach Jerome Lee. So he's feeling this thing out. Kids are feeling it out. They're playing hard. They're doing their best. They're coming off 2 tough road games since we last spoke to you. They lost at San Mateo 39-0 and against Hillsdale 41-12. 41-12, all things being considered, doesn't sound like great shakes, but it was just nice of them to put some points on the board. Unfortunately, they've had some trouble scoring the football here this year. Offense has been a challenge for them, so anytime I can see them put some points on the board, I feel like that's a good thing. I would like to see them score some points here tonight at home. It's been about 3-4 weeks since I've seen them put some points up here in South City on the field.
Absolutely. Now, if you're Coach Jerome Lee, what are you looking for tonight, Rick? Are you going to look for, hopefully, obviously, you're always looking for the win, right? You're coming here for the W. Are you looking for some standout players for next year? Looking to see what your seniors are going to give you as the season winds down?
Well, you said it. I mean, the seniors are obviously pumped up to play in front of their family and friends that are out here in support of them. If you were watching the broadcast a little bit before this, you saw the big-time families joining these kids out here. So I think the main thing is that South City has found themselves in a big hole at the very start of the game. So you just hope that they can put some good defensive stands together and get the offense going as best they can and avoid the big insurmountable hole too early in the game. That's kind of, I think, I'm sure what the coaches are harping on, like, hey, let's get out to a good start. They are receiving here, which I think is a good thing, because, these kids are raring to get out there and throw that ball around. Frank House has put together a few nice plays this young season here. Well, not young anymore, I suppose, but he's had a nice campaign stepping in as the quarterback. It's been fun watching him. He's got a hell of a cannon, and I hope they take the training wheels off him tonight and let it fly.
That's what I would say. Open up the playbook and just let him go wild. As we missed the well, we didn't miss. We were chatting, and they've got a touchback here. So South City's going to take the ball over on their 20-yard line, unlike the NFL, just 25.
You know the Warriors, man. They're going to run. That is a South City tradition, running the football. As much as I want to see them go to the air
And
100 times.
Just like that, we got time called here by the ref.
Yes, we do. So here we go.
All right, let's try that all over again. South City in a three-wide set. Snap, quick bobble, looking out to the left, no protection, and brought down with about, looks like a 15-yard loss there. South City's going to get the ball on roughly the 5-yard line.
An unfortunate big-time loss there to start the game, not what you want to see. It looks like he was going to, he's planning on going into the air on that one, and there was nothing there for him, and he kind of backtracked there and found himself in a tough spot. So
yeah, things sadly deteriorated quickly as number 55, Preston Auger, in on the sack there.
Protecting the quarterback's going to be an issue, John. Unfortunately, at our last home game here, you saw a lot of pressure on Frank House. When he's able to get on his legs, he can make something happen as the Warriors rush and get a couple of yards of cushion there behind them.
Yeah, it's a gain of 4 there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. As South City's backed up in their own territory, looking for a little more breathing room and hopefully a first down. I don't know if you have a lot of things drawn up for 3rd and about 15. House back with the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking for room. And brought down to Crowley, fumbles the ball, it's down, and Kings Academy recovers for a touchdown.
Well, unfortunately, Frank House is going to need to have some better awareness of where he is on the field. And unfortunately, the kids have a tendency of trying to do too much, try to get out of a sticky situation there, and made it a little bit worse on himself there. As unfortunately, that's the worst scenario here, is that they go down quick.
All right, so South City backed up here, or South City here giving up the touchdown. They're back up here for the extra point, and we'll see where they take it from here. We'll see if they can gain their composure, bring it back, and hopefully even this thing out after the kick.
Well, it's a long game, so if you can keep it close, I think that's a victory. You just don't want to fall in too big of a hole to get things started, which is unfortunately been kind of a hallmark of this season. Big-time holes in a hurry, and then you're having to play catch-up football, which is never good because then you abandon your plan that you had coming in and you kind of switch it up and say, okay, we need to score 50 points in one play.
Yeah, that was Jack Kluwer, by the way, and with the extra point there. As South City gets ready to take the kick.
John, Kings Academy coming in tonight, hungry for a win, happy to play these Warriors, itching to get on the winning side of things in this rivalry. The Warriors have definitely had the better of them in the last couple of years.
Yeah, just the story of 2 different programs, 2 different trajectories right now. Kings Academy 6-2 and 3-1 in their league play. Looking at these winless Warriors.
Don't forget, John, last year, South City pulled off a win at Kings Academy. The year before that, we beat them here at home. These kids remember that.
I'm sure they hope that they've got their number and they can get one out tonight. As Jack Kluwer, their kicker again, with another touchback, which you don't see very often in the high school game. He's got a nice little boot on him.
Yeah, especially a couple weeks ago, we saw a lot of nice kicks by the Burlingame squad. Burlingame, by the way, just very complete squad. They played extremely well here a couple weeks ago. Kings Academy is coming off of a loss at Burlingame. They gave them a pretty tough game. It was close through the early part of the second half there, but ultimately Burlingame was able to pull away. So we definitely saw the best that this league had to offer a couple weeks ago.
And there's a little roughness there in the transition in the backfield as House did complete the handoff. Looks like a short gain there, and South City will try again.
League standing, Burlingame is up at the top, undefeated in league play. Kings Academy is 3-1 in league play. And there's everybody else.
All right, second and 9 for the Warriors. Trying to find some offensive rhythm here. Snap, handoff in the backfield. And nothing doing there. This Angel Pretos stopped immediately in the backfield for a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Unfortunately, they're just not getting the protection that they want for Frank House, and those Kings Academy kids are getting back there in a hurry, which is kind of a hallmark of, again, this whole year. Had a little bit of trouble protecting that young man.
Yeah, looks like sadly some offensive line woes there, but hopefully they can get that ironed out as the game continues. And as you said earlier, Ricardo, keep this thing close.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got a great fullback that they can. There's Frank House holding it.
Looking for room. There's a flag in the backfield, though, as House is wrestled out and thrown out of bounds by big number 59 from Kings Academy, Matt Wilson.
And the issue there, John, is he might have had the wide receiver there, but he felt the pressure coming on him and didn't feel like he could make a good throw, so he kept it. I mean, he may have had the wide receiver there, but unfortunately, well, I wouldn't even say unfortunately. I mean, he's going to make the play that he thinks is the right play. And
it looks like it's going to be holding against South City. It looked like it was right in that area. I saw the flag come out of offensive holding there, trying to get House a little bit of extra time there so he can make his way out.
It's barely a split second for the young man. So that's going to bring it back to a 3rd and long. So they'll have another shot here.
Yeah, should bring it up to about 3rd and 16.
Our graphics is 4 and 2, but that's not right.
After the penalty, 4th and long for the Warriors.
Oh, it's 4th and long.
Well, I got 3rd down as they took the penalty.
I got 3rd down, Mr. Boyd, because they took the penalty. No?
We got 3rd and 22 for the Warriors.
3rd down and 22 for the Warriors.
What do you got drawn up for 3rd and 22, Ricardo?
Oh, well, the issue here in the last sequence is Frank House did not have enough time to find a receiver and ended up losing the ball in the end zone. So they're doing the smart thing here and giving their punter a little bit of space, running it up the gut, taking a few yards, and giving him some breathing room. So that's a smart decision here by Jerome Lee and company.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. Ball placed on the 12-yard line.
Is that a world-famous teriyaki bowl?
That is a world-famous chicken teriyaki bowl.
Looks good.
Something to warm your soul as South City tries a punt here. Kick is up. Short punt takes a South City bounce. Picked up across the 50-yard line. And to the 30, the 20, almost untouched and into the end zone. Another touchdown from Kings Academy. All the way into the house there by Brian Lux.
Well, he feigned that he was doing a fair catch. He kind of stood there when he fielded the kick. And I don't think he fooled the South City kid. I think he just had enough space to make a break for it. And then unfortunately, just got a few good blocks and took it to the house. So, geez.
Yeah, just sadly
quick hold.
a little bit of an special teams breakdown there. But Kings Academy is looking to go up here 14-0 here in the first.
Yeah, not the start that you wanted here tonight, John.
I do want to say, Ricardo, I want to thank you for 2 weeks ago. I was unavailable. I was on assignment. And thanks for coming in. And apparently, as you said, Vin scullying the entire game.
I only say that because I don't know the football equivalent. I apologize. But when I think of solo broadcasts, I think of Mr. Solo Broadcast, and that's Vin Scully.
That's a good question, though. I mean, is there any football broadcaster that's a tall order doing it by yourself?
Howard Cosell had a guy. I don't remember his name. I don't think Cosell went by himself.
The booth right now reeks of Costco hot dogs, by the way. I don't know if you're catching that. It's like they're cooking Costco hot dogs directly below us.
My favorite Costco in the world, John, the South City one, because the eatery thing was outside. You didn't need a Costco card to get in.
You still don't. You still don't. It is.
Oh, they haven't changed it?
They have sheltered it because we don't live in Southern California. So being outside in South City and eating a Costco hot dog is not very palatable for most folks.
Well, let me ask you this. Do they have hamburgers at this Costco?
They do
Costco
not.
Burgers.
They do not have one in the South Bay where I reside.
Oh, yeah. You got to come out east. Come out to the East Bay. We got some. Concord one has it for sure.
Have you had the burger?
I think no. Every time I go, I just really like the pizza. I can't bring myself.
Here's the thing about Costco.
To deviate.
Costco food is just, it's there.
It's good.
It's
cheap.
It's fine.
It's like $1.
You can feed me your entire family for less than $10.
I love Costco.
All right, and the kick is up to South City. And another touchback for the Kings Academy. Back deep was Anthony Maciel. That sailed over his head. So Kings Academy not giving South City a chance to return. And we'll try again on the 20-yard line.
John, Homecoming Spirit Week this week. So much like our Spirit Week, they had different themed days. So this week's theme was Mondays you wear pajamas, Tuesday you wear denim, Wednesday you wore flannel, Thursday reads bougie, and Friday was class colors.
Bougie.
Somebody tell me what the bougie is. I know what bougie is. Just kidding. I'm not old.
I think that just means nice. His house is back. Looks out to the left side and fires pass intended. And dropped by Christian Rios.
Well,
it's actually out of reach there. I shouldn't say
a couple times they have gone out there to try to find that young man with no success. But the good thing there is that he had a little bit of time, a little bit of room to make a throw. Just couldn't get it where he wanted it to go. It's nice to see South City not losing confidence in their plays and the ideas that they're trotting out there. They have a plan. They're going to stick with it.
Talking to our on-air producer, Aaron Boyd, rather quickly there about some logistical maneuvers. South City's got nothing doing on the ground. Kings Academy is just relentless.
They're playing for something, John. It's pretty tight up there at the top of this.
I was hopeful
division.
We could lull the Kings Academy into a trap game. And
not looking like it thus far. Especially this late in the season, everybody, the book is out, so to speak, on every team. So everybody kind of has a good idea of where everyone's weaknesses are, and they formulate these attack plans with varying degrees of success. So far, South City not so much shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, there's not a lot you can do with the O-line. Just can't quite give him some time. I mean, there's, again, not a lot you can do in that situation.
As we got the Warriors huddled up here in a timeout.
I do love
talking things over.
I do love Coach Lee's use of timeouts, John. I think they've been really educational. They make a lot of sense to me. And I think it's because I'm so used to seeing awful clock management that when I see good clock management, it's like a nice surprise. Oh, you know how to use your tools that are available to you. What a novel idea. So props to the coach.
Well, common sense sometimes is becoming a very uncommon thing.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Oh, that's an old man thing to say. Oh, God, I'm going to buy a minivan. Move to the country. All right, second.
There's nothing wrong with a minivan.
We've got 3rd and 10 for the Warriors. After that timeout, House is back. No time again. A little bit of blocking picked up in the backfield. Looks for a corner. Doesn't find one. He gets a short gain there, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, once again, the kid wasn't trying to do too much. He made his reads, decided it wasn't there, and ran it out. And give his kicking team a chance to get a nice kick off, as opposed to kind of running in circles back there and getting taken down for a big loss. So you see that they are learning and making adjustments as the game goes, which is nice.
I'll tell you one thing, Ricardo, it is downright balmy here in South City.
Nice.
I don't remember the last time I've taken my jacket off in the booth. It's the
How
first
many
time.
layers do you have on?
It's South City. I come with at least 4 layers. At least. It's the minimum. All right, South City back to punt. They fake the punt. Cuts around the left side. Nothing doing, though, sadly. Gain of about 4 yards. They're going to turn over on downs. Why not? Why not try it out?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the young man wasn't able to get enough room. He was about 5 yards short of the sticks there, but nice idea. Got to have some faith in his defense to
That was
make a
6'2",
stand here.
285-pounder Logan Taylor. The ball. He's just looking to flatten some people, I think, on his way to the sticks.
And this will be the first look from the defense tonight, despite it being 14-0. First touchdown on a safety, the second one on a punt return. So we'll see what the defense can do. Coach showing some nice faith in them. Put them in a bad spot here. Let's see what happens.
All right, you got Lux and Frazier in the backfield. Hand off to Lux. Cuts up and to the left side for a nice gain there. Looks like he's close to the first down. And indeed, he's going to move the sticks, a gain of 11. First down inside the 15 of South City. And Kings Academy is rolling.
Well, we've had some trouble against the run this year. No worse than Burlingame a couple weeks ago. I mean, they had a young man, had to have been about 6'3", 6'4", that just had a heck of a day. Nothing against Mr. Lux here, but I'm glad it's not that young man this week.
All right, another handoff. Brought down after a short gain. Gain of 4, second down for the Kings Academy.
Second down and 6 from the 9-yard line.
All right, 2nd and 6 from 9. South City seeing if they can tighten up their defense, get a hold here. There's a snap, and it looks like they were able to draw South City off sides.
Looked like a little hard count there. We've had some trouble with the false starts as well. Not false starts, pardon. The offsides, the jumps. But that was a pretty impressive, it's a well choreographed count there by the Kings Academy. They sold it pretty well, John. The quarterback and the running back were kind of doing the back and forth looks back to the sideline, getting the play, expressing maybe some confusion, but it looks like they had that one planned all the way.
All right, got an offsides. Kings Academy with the ball.
Timeout. South City, that's their second call.
There's South City again taking time to talk things over. It's a good thing here. Got the timeouts. Don't be afraid to use them. Just a good teaching moment there by Coach Lee.
Well, I think at this point it really is important. You got your seniors there, but you got you got your crop of juniors, and there's some sophomores on this team as well. You know, it's a teaching environment, right? Your own eighth this season, you got to use every opportunity to teach these young men and to bring things into perspective. As you got a nice little shot there of our crowd. Folks fired up here because there's not a fog bank in their face here at South City 9.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, John. We got a lot of kids on this team this year. Some kids from JV that were asked to come up and act the role of the grizzled veteran. And frankly, the body types are, the jump and body style is just very different from JV to varsity.
Yeah, those
talking
two,
about like
those
middle
2 years
school
make a
kids
big
to
difference.
Adults. There's like a huge jump there. Then you can just look at the roster here.
Second and short from Kings Academy. Handoff, right side, and another touchdown for the Kings Academy.
Touchdown, Kings Academy.
Looks like it was brought in by number 5, Jaden Frazier.
4-yard run for a touchdown.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're running the ball right up the gut and taking 5-6 yard chunks at a time. So Kings Academy is going to ride that.
And Kings Academy looking to go up by 21 here and about halfway through the first.
Extra point is good.
Kick is up and good.
5 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock for the first quarter. Kings Academy.
Well, you hear Mr. Boyd. Still plenty of time left in this first quarter, unfortunately. Right on cue. Unfortunately, this Warriors team has had a tough go of it at the start of these games, man, and they just put themselves in these insurmountable holes. And I know it's not on purpose. They're out here trying their tails off. But you feel for them, man, because they still have to play this full game. They got to remain motivated. It's hard.
That's why I think it's really important. You got to take certain pieces out of this game. You got to use them as teaching opportunities for these young men, especially, like I said, there's 5 sophomores on this team.
That's right, man. Anything that you can take that's a positive, you take it and run with it.
You know, it could be as simple as, a good tackle or a good breakdown. And
that's right.
So coach doing a good job of calling those timeouts and trying to get these guys on point. I mean, you're looking at Kings Academy as a team that's going to go to the playoffs. They're doing well. They're second place in the division. And, they're playing like it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're following their plan right to a T, staying aggressive. They know that they can get to the quarterback pretty quickly, and they're not letting up, to their credit. So.
Okay, here's the kickoff from Kings Academy. This one's going to be short. Pulled in at the 10, fumbled initially. Back up to his feet and looking for some room before he's brought down is Noel Elysia, one of our sophomores that we were talking about.
One of those South City kids threw a pretty heavy block there for the returner.
It's a great, nice little replay there by our media arts staff. It's entire production, of course.
Noel Elysia, John, a sophomore. Get used to his name. We're going to be calling it.
I think we'll be calling it for the next couple of years.
Christian Rios, another sophomore. We've called his name a ton a few weeks back. A lot of nice young players to get excited about. We'll see for a long time. It's going to be sad to see some of these seniors go. Bell game's coming up a week from tomorrow.
And how many years does South City have the bell now?
Mr. Boyd told me a moment ago. It's 14 consecutive years.
14 consecutive years, the bell. It's going to be a game to watch. It's going to be a Saturday here at South City.
I'm going to be there.
And that's when you're really going to get your medal tested there.
That's right.
Test your medal.
That's right.
His house is back with a handoff.
Nothing going there.
Hands it off to the big fella, but nothing doing there. These Kings Academy Knights are really crashing that line.
Yes, they are. Oh.
It looks like we got a fumble and a recovery by Kings Academy. It's that's tough.
That's difficult.
Kings Academy looking to go up by 4 scores here.
Kings Academy recovers a fumble.
Wow. Over before it started, really.
Let's talk about our
That
dinner.
drive.
How about that? Bertolucci's, a South City tradition.
If and when they start the clock, I think that's when we have carte blanche to regale people with our.
All right, Kings Academy at the ball again. Motion, fake the handoff, rolling out right. Pass to the corner, wide open, and another touchdown for Kings Academy, hauled in by number 10, Kevin Selski.
A lot happening on that play, John. Kings Academy using some misdirection there beautifully. It was a really nicely designed and run play by the Kings Academy. That was just nice to look at.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty, and that was 15-year-old sophomore quarterback Antonio Gonzalez. Just really choreographed that play action, rolled right.
That's right.
South City bit. The DBs came in a little bit, and he was wide open in the right corner of the end zone.
South City, Kings Academy is going to respect their opponent. They're going to come at them hard.
As that extra point was almost blocked there by number 7, Demetrius Gutu, a name we've been saying for several years.
We have.
Gutu's fired up. He's not happy.
No.
Demetrius is a good kid. He's been doing great for several years. It's a name we've called over and over and over again here on senior night.
Good to see him in the lineup.
6'3", great leader of this team.
I'd say he got the biggest cheer during the senior night intros and stuff. I believe he got the loudest ovation. So props to him.
He's a man.
Respect.
You need to meet
Respect.
Yeah. He is not a small fella.
John, senior packages are available. Comes with a prom ticket, South City long sleeve, a fanny pack, and a senior class hoodie. How much do you think all that costs altogether, considering the year that we're in?
$74.95.
$170. Remember, it includes a prom ticket,
okay,
long
the
sleeve,
prom, I
class
missed the prom
hoodie,
ticket.
and a fanny pack.
That's a good deal then.
170. I think our bid was like 120 by
yeah,
itself.
Right. It would have been more if we accounted for that extra table we needed.
Sorry to Yesenia if you're listening.
You know what? She's like, I'd
They
forgotten
just
about
stand
that, but now I
around for a little
remember.
bit.
As the kick is back and received by South City, hauled in at the 5-yard line, bouncing off a couple would-be tacklers, looking for some room before he's hauled down. Got a lot of heart there from Noah Elysia, the sophomore.
That's Warrior football. That's Warrior football.
Refused to go down.
Running hard. He took a shot there at the beginning of that run back and stayed on his feet, bounced around. Nice run back by that young man. Never letting go. Five minutes left here in the first quarter.
5 minutes left in the first here. South City looking to get a little bit of momentum.
Let's see the offense. Let's get him some protection. Let's see Frank House go to the air.
House has 2 wides, going to hand off. Looking for room on the right side, snuffed out and stopped immediately again by Kings Academy. Looks like it's going to be just back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Frank House made a couple of phenomenal throws a couple of weeks ago against Burlingame, where he just put it right in the breadbasket of his receivers down the middle of the field on a couple of hard slants. He puts the ball exactly where it needs to be. He just needs a little bit of time back there, which is why you see the Warriors not abandoning the run, keeping the defense honest. They can't just go to NFL blitz style passing for 3 3/4 and change.
.6'2", Logan Taylor, 285 in the backfield. Looking at a little bit of extra protection for House and nothing doing as House is sacked for a loss of 10. It's going to bring down 3rd and 20-yard line.
That's
3rd and
tough.
20, rather.
That's tough. Tough.
He just doesn't have the time, Ricardo.
No, he doesn't as he comes off the field here. And is he coming in for the play? Yeah, he is. He's going to head back out there. Band waiting to erupt, waiting to get excited. Altaloma with the fancy cardigan sweaters.
They're fantastic.
They're nice. There it is. There's the cardigan sweater.
Great cardigan
Isn't
sweater.
that nice?
I was half
nice.
expecting that kid to start singing Earth Angel. Would you be mine? Anyway, for all you people listening at home, Back to the Future, the original. Fantastic. Great movie. All right, 3rd and 20, what's drawn up? A little delayed handoff. There's some room there. Gain of a 10, maybe more. Oh, looks in close to a first down.
I'm going to say that he got it there, John. Nice to see that happen.
Looks like he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Oh, just give it to him. Come on.
That's that sophomore again,
We
no
got time
Elysia,
for
man.
that.
He's got some wheels. He's got that fearless running power right there.
Yeah. That's fearless is the exact way to put it.
He runs like a heart loves that's never been broken. How was that?
What is that?
I don't know. I
What does
just
that
made
mean?
it up. Came out in the moment.
What in the
It's
world?
pretty good, right?
What
How's
in
that?
the world is that?
I think it's probably from a song. I just regurgitate things I've heard. It's going to be 4th and short. It's going to be a yard short. South City, of course, going for it. Nice. South City pushes the pile, and that's going to be a nice South City first down. First of the game for South City.
Housekeeper.
A whoop, a whoop, a whoop. We don't do that, right?
No, we don't.
We should start. We'll start something.
And like you said, John, small things we can get excited about. Crowd getting pumped up for a first down. I'll take it, man.
I will
It's been such a
absolutely
tough
take that.
year. They got shut out here. You know, a few weeks ago it was 50-0. I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. These kids feel that. So any small bit of momentum that they can muster up is a good thing. Now here we go. You got some room to run?
As we got a quarterback keeper from House, left side, he's got room of first down. A little bit more, and pushed out of bounds late by Kings Academy's number 17.
Son.
No flag there.
That away, son.
That's Noah Short.
And you notice Kings Academy coming in with the big hit. They want to get in the heads of these Warriors kids, but it's going to.
I was expecting to
be
see some
difficult.
laundry there, but
It was close. I mean, it's just some good football being played there.
I've seen more for less, but
Take a look at your roster, John. Frank House, your quarterback, comma, free safety, comma, wide receiver. He does it all, man.
There's a lot of
He does it all.
three-position commas here. Frank House back. He's got time. Flings it out, and incomplete.
I don't think he had the receiver there, so he floated it up so that it would go out of bounds. Nice to see him get a moment to think about what to do and make a throw. I think maybe Kings Academy sniffing that tendency out here, because that wide receiver was very well covered. As we go to 2nd and 10 here.
2nd and 10, ball at the 48-yard line for South City. They got some momentum. 2 first downs here. Frank House getting a little bit of time to work.
Yes, he is, man. All the positive energy is flowing.
They start rolling, I feel like I'm rolling.
That's right.
Let's start rolling here, huh? 2 in the backfield, 3 wide. And we got a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start there on South City,
Yeah,
most
South
likely.
City's too excited. Their energy's flowing too much. One of those young men jumped off trying to get a good push. Wasn't quite able to do it here.
And 2nd down. Ball be placed at the 43-yard line.
That's going to be a loss of 5 yards in the play for the penalty. 2nd and 15 for the Warriors.
You can feel the buzz, John, from the crowd. They're waiting to get excited, waiting to erupt. The last run by Frank House is nice to see. They're going to need to keep him moving, keep the trickery happening.
Sends a receiver in motion. Handoff, number 7. Very, very short gain. I think I might have lost about a yard there.
Elazia tried to make a spin move, but the Kings Academy kid did a nice job to wrap him up for no gain there. Nice to see the young guys getting involved.
3rd down and 15 for the Warriors.
We got a gentleman just came out with a vintage South City Letterman jacket on down there. We got to get the camera on that guy. It's fantastic.
That was a nice jacket.
I like that.
think
Most people would frame those things. He's like, no, I'm wearing it. It's 38 years old. I don't care.
I heard that there's an alumni here from the early 50s, is what I heard. I think I heard someone's grandpa, South City alumni.
Now, these South City
52,
bloodlines run deep.
Yeah, they do. It's like a 3rd generation South City kid.
All right,
out
South
here
City
tonight.
4 wide. House with a little bit of time over the top and almost picked off. Kind of threw it there in no man's land as no one in the immediate vicinity there.
Lucky that wasn't picked off.
Yeah, very lucky.
Frank House did the tap on the chest, like, oh, that's not me. That was me. I think my kid Gutu came to a stop there. Was expecting maybe a quick pass. Didn't happen. As a 4th and long.
All right, 4th and 15 for South City. Kings Academy's Lux is back to take the punt. Short punt. Hits the 41-yard line before it's picked up by South City. And Kings Academy will take over on the 41.
And a nice play by Logan Taylor, John, to realize that might take a Kings Academy bounce. Smart enough to grab that ball.
Fans are liking it. They got their hot chocolate tonight.
So much happening. Props anytime these kids make a nice play. Nice play with their brains. What?
Oh, nobody needs to see what we look like in the booth. That's not
Yeah.
important.
cool off of that.
Kings Academy back with a fresh set of downs, ball on their own 41-yard line.
Well, this is the first time John Kings Academy is being asked to go not quite the length of the field, but pretty far, as Kings Academy rips off a little 7-yarder.
Quick inside handoff to Brian Lux. Yeah, that's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up a second and 3.
Second down and 3 for the Knights.
And you'll see Frank House at the bottom of the screen there, setting up in front of a wide receiver. These kids are asked to do so much.
Oh, nice open field tackle as Kings Academy tried to hand off to the runner in motion. It was brought down in the backfield. Great tackle there.
Lance Sands dialing up some pressure there.
The Sands of time, or the Sands man is in.
Enter Sands man.
Enter Sands man. That was a beautiful open field tackle. Our producer, Aaron Boyd's giving me the look because no one else will understand what we're talking about. We're about 30 years too late. All right, that's the end of the first quarter.
Tough first quarter, John, no doubt about it. Kind of exactly what they didn't want to do, get down to into a big hole. That being said, believe it or not, they're showing a little bit more offense, than they did a couple weeks ago. So nice to see them get a first down. Nice to see them try to make some things happen early on here. It's not easy.
Okay. First quarter.
Go for it. I think she started.
We're going to go for our sideline reporter.
Go. Okay, it's the end of the first quarter. The Warriors have 0 and Kings Academy is at 28. It's a rough start for the Warriors, but what encouraging words do you guys have for them?
I would say keep up the good work. Don't give up, and don't be intimidated.
I would say we still got this. There's still time in the game. It's only first quarter. Go Warriors.
Okay, go Warriors. Good luck.
Thank you so much. That's exactly what we needed. She went out there asking for positive energy, and she got some. It's only the first quarter, plenty of time left.
I like that. Don't get intimidated. Stick with the game plan.
Let's see if we can patch her into the loudspeaker here so the team can hear.
Everybody take it easy.
Plenty
we got
of time.
Plenty of time.
Don't want to just all start freaking out.
After that great open field tackle, looking like 3rd and 10 for Kings Academy. Snap back, Alex Gonzalez with the pass, and it's short as that pass was interrupted by Noah Lizia, the sophomore. He's everywhere.
John, I don't know if he got a piece of the quarterback there, but the throw was just short enough. So I don't know if he got a piece of him or if he felt the pressure coming, but nice play by that young man to put a little bit of pressure.
I think he got in there quick enough to disrupt the rhythm there.
Yeah, that's all it took.
Sophomore v. sophomore there.
We'll see what the Knights decide to do here, John, on 4th down. Be curious to see if they actually line up to kick. It doesn't look like they are.
Absolutely not. The Knights are going for it on 4th and 9. Gonzalez back. He throws, completed.
That's a screen, John. It's going to be enough.
To Lux, who takes it out for about a 15-yard gain. That's going to bring up a first down.
Warriors are going to have to be, John, Warriors are going to have to be careful there. I saw some hands to a kid's helmet there. Be real careful there. That's a real dangerous play. But nice call there. Very nice call.
Alex Gonzalez back again. Rolls right. Big pass up top and just short for the intended wide receiver, Kevin Selski.
Well, the quarterback not really going out of his way to get set or get into a good position to throw. Just kind of did a little quick hop, jump, throw thing and didn't get a lot underneath it. Again, not sure if he felt Alazia on his neck, but he was right there. I think if he just set his feet a little bit better there, he might have made a nice play.
Yeah,
but as it stands, it looked like the pass play previous.
A little hasty there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and long. 2nd and 10, pitched out, right side to Lux. Lux has room, he's found the corner. He's got the first down and more. Looks like a gain of almost 20 yards there as he's finally brought down on the 25-yard line, but we've got some indication on the South City sideline of a fumble.
I think that's a South City fumble, or a South City recovering that ball. Did I miss that, John? What happened there? I thought South City.
Looks like coach was
Mr. Boyd, I believe there was a fumble on that play, and South City recovered, if I'm not mistaken him. Yeah.
All right, great. So South City recovery, fantastic. I got rope-a-dope there.
No, I saw it. I saw it too. The kid came up with it.
I saw Coach Lee going nuts.
Well, frankly, the referee didn't really make a
definitive hand gesture.
The classic fumble has occurred, somebody else's ball. So we need a little bit of help from our crew there.
I need a lot more whistling and wild gesticulating.
Yeah. I think we're the only two who saw what happened there.
Some more gesticulating would be great, as there was a handoff there for, looks like just back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Pull up the replay during halftime. I want to see who came up with the ball. I think it might have been Lance Sands. Ask me again in 15, 20 minutes.
There was a lot of bodies in front of it when South City came up with it. They were on the bottom of the pile there.
Nice to see a turnover in our favor, John. It's been a minute on this field.
Nice to get in the plus category there. There's a pass in the backfield, intended and incomplete.
Yeah, Frank House had to move in a hurry there as Kings Academy was right on him.
It's like intended for Demetrius Gutu.
It's like Kayab there joining the fray. See what these Warriors dial up with 3rd and manageable.
And it looks like the referee there was communicating with Coach Lee about Demetrius Gutu as he headed off to the sideline. Don't know what that exactly was about, but Gutu is out on this play. South City looking to convert here on 3rd and long. Oh, and the play is whistled dead, but thankfully so. Most likely there's a bad snap there. Ended up on the ground. And we got offsides, and the Warriors going to bring them back 5.
Well, you're right, John. Looks like it was a low snap. Might have been a worse situation.
Right.
Averted.
And I don't know if that was because maybe the center actually heard the whistle and sort of like stopped midway through, but it might have actually played in their favor.
Another nice timeout call by our coaching staff here. 3rd and 15, somewhat manageable, relatively speaking, to some of their 3rd downs tonight. I guess it's all relative. It's going to remind them what they need to do. Let me go over the play call here so everybody's on the same page of what's being asked. Let's see what they drop.
Yeah, we're trying to find some rhythm here, right?
We are.
1 step forward, 2 steps back, so hopefully we can keep everything moving in the right direction here. South City maintains the ball. Hopefully they can find a little bit of 3rd down magic. As this band is getting fired up, they've been awfully quiet this first half. With 10:21 left here in the 2nd.
We've got all the bands here tonight. You give them something to play for.
Well, as the kids say, or at least they used to say, this band tonight is rolling deep.
Rolling deep like
rolling deep.
You feel the crowd, man, ready to erupt. Such a nice night, South City night, man. I'm
literally
digging it. I'm
literally
digging it.
Do not recall the last time that I took off my layers and I'm standing here in just my polo shirt. Nice little breeze coming in. Winds out of the south-southwest, only about 4 miles an hour right now.
You just made all that up.
Absolutely.
Direction,
not.
Mile per hour.
It's all on my iPhone right here in front of me. All right, 3rd and long. House is back. A little bit of time. Pockets collapsing. He's looking for more room. Finds a corner. Gets out of bounds there. Well short of the first down, but it's right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and long. South City likely to punt here.
I got to admit, that was a nice play by that kid on the Knights not to just unload on Frank House by the sideline there. And
he was doing some quick, mathematics there.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Smart play. Keeps the nice defensive stand there intact. Kings Academy able to bounce back from a fumble as the Warriors are going to kick this back to the Kings Academy. Another chance to work on their special teams. We saw Kings Academy return a punt earlier. It's a great kick.
Yeah, great kick. And out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Up, it's actually taken up to the 40.
There's an emphatic direction signal this time.
Gutu's doing everything tonight.
Yeah, he's got a boot.
39 net yards on the punt. Just wanted to say net yards.
Net yards. What are the gross yards?
You're the guy who would know that.
Just kidding. I don't know. Depends on the withholding.
The gross would be
the
more.
Withholding percentage.
That's the more one, right?
That's the more one. Very good.
Can I talk about my polenta yet?
Almost.
Wait.
Soon.
Oh, so good.
Soon.
So good. South City original. I'm glad it's still there behind all those condos. Jeez. I know we have to change, right? I know things are constantly changing.
Man, the only constant is change.
Gosh. All right, Kings Academy. Ball at their own 40-yard line. Handoff. Right side, looking for room, rumbling, bumbling, and taking the pile with him for 18 yards. Who we got there? Kings Academy's Lux.
Well, that runner for Kings Academy, John, did a nice job of moving the pile, as you mentioned. But there were a lot of active Warriors there trying to rip the ball out. Commendable play by that young man to keep it moving and hold on to the ball. Warriors were able to successfully rip one out on the last play, so you know that they're thinking about doing that again.
A gain of 18 yards there, half of it with a pile on his back.
That's right.
As Kings Academy sends a runner in motion, that's Jaden Frazier with the handoff. He's brought down almost immediately there.
It's right into the hands of number 11 there for the Warriors. I apologize, I don't have his number on my roster here. Number 11.
Might have been a new addition, as we'll run that by our producer crew, make sure we get him the help that he needs. We're talking to the truck right now.
The truck?
By that I mean the
taco. About the taco truck in front of Orange Park?
I'm calling my order in.
The truck.
4 Al Pastor tacos with everything. Another handoff. Nice cut up and run up the middle there. Lux with a gain of 7 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
John, I just got some clarification from the truck. That was number 11, Romeo Alapati. He's listed as number 30 on your roster.
Romeo Alapati. Couldn't find his jersey tonight. Put on a different one. He rope-a-doped you on the jersey. And they also did the truck also get my order for those Al Pastor tacos?
Love that truck. I don't care what anybody says about eating from Roach Coaches.
Hey, the governor signed a bill making it a lot easier for folks to legitimize their small businesses. So
did the
the
tamale lady pass? There's a famous lady that would make the tamales there in the Mission.
The San Francisco tamale lady. I've eaten her tamales many times.
Yeah.
For many years, I actually worked over there near 29th and Mission.
Yeah, you did.
And she was one of the hardest working ladies. She had a big old cooler. Big, I can see it as if it were yesterday, big blue igloo cooler. She would take that thing on and off in Muni, roll up, and she'd come up to the window of the business. I don't know why I'm acting this out. Nobody can see me.
I can see it.
Tap on the door, and sure, give me 4 at least. Give me 4 tamales.
That sounds nice.
Always delicious. She always had change,
like
too.
A twist on the milkman or something. Delivering like
I'd rather have a tamale man than a milkman.
Tins of tamales.
All right. 3rd and short for Kings Academy. Handoff to Lux. Lux has got a first down and a whole lot more as he keeps the wheels turning, and he's finally brought down by number 13 of the Warriors.
It's either Steve Aguilar or Christian Rios. Both of them show up as number 12 on my roster sheet here. Yeah, Lux got into that second level in a hurry. He had a couple of nice moves there to get loose, break off that big run.
Kings Academy has eaten clock and marching down the field. That's a handoff to Jaden Frazier. Jaden Frazier with a short gain.
Frazier's all worked up.
Well, I think I'd be remiss to not be honest about this. Jaden Frazier is actually the son of a colleague of mine.
Disclose your ties, John.
I need to disclose my ties.
Your ties.
Essence of full disclosure.
Disclose them ties.
I work with her mother. She is phenomenal at her job, and her son is here tonight. So
Can you do demerits? Can you like say your son played very well?
well, I think it's fair to say that the entire Kings Academy crew is playing very, very well. I don't think Frazier wasn't too happy about that run, but as Lux takes it all the way in, right up the gut for another Kings Academy touchdown. I know I should be excited. Kings Academy touchdown.
A nice move again by that young man. He is let's see how tall that young man is. He is 5'9". He looks smaller because he gets low to the ground and makes quick moves. Gets small. Good talent for a runner to have, for a running back to have. Reminds me of one Luther Mason.
Oh, yes.
Always got real low.
As here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good.
No good, sir.
Oh, check that. No good. At a bad angle on it. Let me check that out the truck. And no good. 34-0.
The truck.
Let me wind that back. Look good from here.
Did, didn't it?
Something about angles, geometry, things like that.
Ooh, Mr. Boyd's announcing the crab feed.
We should talk to him about that crab feed. We want a table, Boyd.
No host bar.
That just means you got to take care of yourself. That's right, folks. South City Crab Feed is coming up.
Put it on your calendar, John. February 23rd, 2019. No excuses. It's too far out now. Just put it on your calendar.
February 20. Ooh, that's going to be tough.
6 p.m. at the Municipal Services Building. Pasta meal, no host bar, raffle with prizes. We're getting a table, Mr. Boyd? That's only put it on my calendar.
That's going to be 2 days before my daughter's first birthday.
Oh, you're going to do it?
So
just
maybe
have the party at the crab feed.
We'll just have the party at the crab feed. Done.
Imagine how sweet that would be.
I'm not for doing parties before the actual birthdays, though. So I wouldn't do the 23rd anyway. I would just do the 30th.
Wouldn't?
I would do the 30th. I'd do it after
February
the birthday.
30th?
It's a family thing.
Bold move, John. February 30th.
Wait, is there a 30th this year?
No.
We'll do it. I mean, I guess that would be, you're right. That push that into March. What was that, March 2nd? Kings Academy with the kick. Ball touches down at the 15, and it looked like it was going out of bounds. Maybe it didn't from my angle, but you know.
Well, it was too close for him to really, not pick it up and run with it.
Right.
So I understand the idea there to field it and try to make something happen.
South City again with a long field here. Actually, looks like they brought the ball up to the 20-yard line.
Go Big Blue.
Loving the band tonight. It's so big. It's a huge band. You're literally
nice.
marking your calendar as we speak.
I am. Sorry.
For the crab feed.
For the crab feed, man. I love crab.
You should know what the 25th is.
Hey, I'm going to bring some grilled sourdough, like buttered up grilled sourdough to the crab feed.
I actually have a butter.
Slices of tomato.
I have a butter warmer.
Hey.
From my last crab feed. You get a little candle, a little tea candle. Keep your butter nice and flowing. As there's a handoff there after a short gain. Ball handled there by number 8, Anthony Maciel. And he actually lost a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, the Warriors are going to see if they can string together a few plays here. And the first half on.
House is back to the shotgun, completes the pass, but it's going to be, it looks like a loss of another yard on the play. That just developed a little too short. Unfortunately, because he's not getting enough time, House is forced into that shotgun. So now you're starting 15 yards back from really from your line of scrimmage.
That's right.
A little screen pass not going to do it for you, unfortunately.
No, he's going to start, like you said, kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit. And they're putting some friends with him back there to kind of aid with the protection. But all that means is that the wide receivers can be covered pretty tightly on the outside, and just everything becomes more difficult. That's why Warriors have such a rich history where they run the ball, and make that a hallmark of their team. As the Warriors come out of the huddle here. Frank House imploring his guys to do some things.
Yep, 3rd and 11. Frank House looking for time. So you got 4 wide receivers set. Another shotgun. Back off to House. He tries to flip it over the top there. Pass intended for Noah Elysia. And it's going to be a 4th down. And at this territory, even with 34 on the board, you got to punt this.
I'd agree with you there, John. We'll see if the Warriors coaching staff agrees with you as well.
Well, we're not playing Madden. So you got to. If you were beating me 34-0 in Madden, I would definitely go for it. I've got some plays you've never seen before.
Yeah. What year of Madden?
Oh, we're talking 04.
Like the one with Andrew WK on the soundtrack?
God, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Andrew WK?
Do you think he's like working at like a hedge fund somewhere or something?
Not
actually working there, actually cleaning the toilets or something. As the punt is picked up by Lux. Lux at the kind of delay pickup, and he just keeps running. 3 missed tackles by South City. He's got 1 guy to beat. He's at the 10, the 5, and touchdown. Touchdown by Brian Lux.
Well, that's difficult, man. That's tough. A couple of Warriors had an opportunity to bring him down. Some poor tackling there, and that kid on the Knights doesn't know that he's supposed to let up. He doesn't care that they're up 34-0. He's trying to make a name for himself. He's got family in the stands. So that kid kept on running. Warriors got to do a better job of wrapping that young man up. That's the second touchdown given up.
God, about 4 missed tackles on that play.
Yeah, that was tough.
I mean, he did a quick couple of jukes, but mostly just kept his legs moving. And no Warriors. And that kick is up, and that one is good, by the way. So that's going to push the score there to 41 to 0.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Are you wearing cowboy boots?
Am I wearing cowboy
boots?
boots?
I did not notice this.
No, I'm not wearing cowboy boots. They're just like regular boots.
So I'm putting those on my Instagram account. Those look like some old man boots. I don't know what is going on here. Stop moving.
I got them at on Black Friday at Macy's for $15. And I'll show you how much they've deteriorated in a year. They're not going to make it a year.
Well, I thought
They're
maybe
so smashed.
I thought those boots were a vestigial organ from your Texas days.
I do like wearing boots, dress boots. Look at that.
Oh, that's terrible. I finally spent some money.
I wore them 5 days a week for a year.
For the first time.
I'm a rough walking dude.
In my life, I spent money on dress shoes.
Oh, yeah? What kind of shoes?
I went ahead and got the Cole Haans that I've been wanting for a long time.
Oh, fancy.
The Cole Haans, I got them in brown. I think they called them like Woodfield or something.
Okay. What type of shoe?
It's a wingtip.
Wingtip?
But
okay.
Cole Haan is actually owned now by Nike. So that
I didn't know that.
They've got like a Nike sole. They're really cool looking. All the kids are doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go the $15 Black Friday route for my next pair of black shoes.
I paid 10 times that much.
You know.
But I wear dress shoes about 4 times a year, so they should last me until I'm like 70. Up, and that's oh my goodness. As the ball is picked up, fumbled, kicked around and dropped.
Oh, no.
And oh my goodness, that is just that's a hard play. That's a tough one.
We saw positive momentum earlier.
Elysia there is beating himself up on that one.
We saw some positive stuff happening earlier, and then the same thing kind of happens, unfortunately, on the other side of things, which is when things are going poorly, sometimes they can avalanche a little bit on you. So just some tough breaks for the Warriors.
I mean, that was so slow developing. It was really sad to watch.
It's tough to watch.
As the kick came into it, he's a youngster. Noel is a sophomore. I mean, he was getting ready. I'm sure in his mind he had 11 different things he wanted to do, and just fumbled it, put it on the turf, kicked it around, and we're obviously
we've called his name a couple times now. He's had some good moments.
He absolutely has.
That's the thing with young kids. It'll be good stuff, some bad stuff.
But sadly, with young kids, which I worry about, is I don't want him to fixate on this. He had a great night tonight. Things happen, man. Things happen. You're a sophomore playing this game. Focus on the positives, which we all have a tendency of not doing.
I know.
So
that's true. Well, it's 48-0 here with a little shade for under 5 minutes left in this first half. Getting some information from the truck here, bear with me.
What are they out? They're all out of Al Pastor.
John, tonight's broadcast sponsored by Armstrong Brewing Company on Grand Avenue. Armstrong Brewing Company was kind enough to pour me a little flight as I was preparing for the game, as I often do right after work. And I had not had a chance to visit Armstrong Brewing on Grand Avenue. I met a kid, class of '03, who was the brewmaster there. Am I using that term right, the brewmaster?
That sounds good, yeah.
And Armstrong Brewing is celebrating their 3rd anniversary. And as recently as a year ago, they had mostly guest stuff on tap, and now they have their own stuff on tap. So props to Mr. Rodriguez there, class of '03, Armstrong Brewing. Thanks for taking good care of us.
As the kick goes out of bounds, it's going to be a penalty. It's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line for the Warriors. They'll get a nice field position here. Yeah, that's nice. We did something a little different today. We got dinner before the game. We met pregame dinner. So
hey, John, I'm going to stop you. Shout out to Diego Sanchez watching us on the internets.
Hey, Diego, what's up, man?
If he's still watching, I'd be shocked because he wrote here, Ricky and John are the only reason I watch South City football. 28-0 in the first quarter. So I don't know if he's still watching. Props to you.
Well,
if
Diego,
you
if you're out there, I
Diego.
think I still have a crushed vertebrae from '04 when you leveled me when I came home from college for a Turkey Bowl game.
Is that a Monteverde Turkey Bowl?
It was Monteverde Upper Field. The Upper Field at Monteverde.
That's what we do.
And I got the ball and I'm running. I didn't play football in high school. Diego
Apologies to the
did.
facilities for tearing up your fields.
Diego just leveled a hit on me. I heard 17 things crack all at once.
He always took it easy on me. Carlos Martinez always took it easy on me too, which I appreciated.
Diego lit me up, and then he was like, "Hey man, I took it easy on you." I was like, "What? What does a real hit look like?" As Gutu's back, he was looking to pass. Gutu playing that quarterback role though. He tucks it and keeps it.
Was that a plan?
For a gain of 7.
John, was that a plan? Kind of delayed run by Gutu there.
Yeah,
it looks like he was looking for someone.
I saw him statue up. Looked like he was going to toss the ball and then take off running.
They're going to stick with Gutu? No.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Looking to get a score here in the waning minutes of the second quarter. There's 4:20s left.
Diego Sanchez informed me he's still watching.
Thanks for checking in, Diego.
He says he'd like to help the program out. I think he's too old to play. Oh, I think maybe he meant on the program like us, our program.
Nice pass across the middle by Gutu. He's got an arm on him.
I'm going to ask him if he has any eligibility left. Let me know.
We got to get ourselves an intern to be tweeted at.
I know.
Right? So
a social media intern. None of these kids know about social media. Mr. Orlich, I think, would be a good social media intern. He's just on here on his phone. Showed us some cat videos before this game got started. Check out Mr. Orlich's Instagram page.
It's at Orlich Surfing Cat.
Surfing Cat.
At Orlich Surfing Cat. That's where you can find him. We'll get you a Twitter handle.
It legitimately surfed, though. It jumped on like a piece of cardboard and cruised across the carpet.
It was adorable. 3rd and short. Warriors looking for a first down. Gutu back. All 6'3" of him, 270 pounds. As he waited just a little too long there and got sacked in the backfield. Not happy about it.
Poor Frank House has got to be sitting there like, where was this protection when I was back there earlier? He had plenty of time, and he's not a quarterback, so it'll take him a couple plays to get the rhythm underneath his feet there. But so they're going to try Gutu for a little bit. As I see Frank House on the sideline there. Looks like he's in good spirits. He's not injured or anything. They might just be trying to change the pace there.
The guy might just need a breather.
Give Frank a breather.
He's playing both sides. I mean, most of his team plays both sides of the football. I mean, everybody's got at least 3 job titles. Only count about 1 or 2 guys that only have 1. So this South City team is an Iron Man squad. Gutu's back. He punts as well. Nice little punt.
Nice kick.
Off the fingers. And taken all the way back to the 11-yard line by Kings Academy. Looking for room. And steps out of bounds as there's another hit there. Hopefully it wasn't late.
That's a nice play by that kid from Kings Academy to come up with the ball and run it back, get some of those yardage, get some of those yards back for his offense.
That was a junior Zach Pazierski.
It's a nice play by that young man,
who initially kind of had a little bobble there on the punt and return, and was able to turn into a nice little gainage. Gainage isn't a word. I don't know why I said that. Little gainage.
Little gainage never hurt anybody.
I find that happens sometimes when I get lazy with the verbiage. I just drop an edge on stuff.
Well, you know,
gainage. She's got a little gainage.
We didn't have great English teachers at South City.
Nope.
Mr. Coyne, Mr. McDale. Mr.
I never
Hershen.
actually had.
Yeah, Mr. Hershen.
I actually never had Hershen or Coyne.
You didn't have Mr. Hershen?
No,
He
I
was
had.
a stud, man. He was great.
Who do you have freshman year? Who was that?
I had Mr. Beeson.
I had the honors English class. Was that Miss
Milosky? No.
Miss Milosky. Yes. Somebody thought it was a good idea to put me in honors English. Until I said gainage. So and they pulled me out. I remember.
Props to Mr. Beeson, man. He called up 2 people to the big league, sent 2 kids to honor students. He sent myself and Evita to honors English.
Evita.
That was quite.
Evita?
She's around. She's actually a teacher, believe it or not.
Oh, is she? She was always smart.
Yeah, she was real smart.
Yeah, she was always cool. Vita, if you're listening, I hope you're doing well.
Vita's got kids, man. She's not listening.
Listen,
He's busy.
I've also got kids. I'm just saying so nicely. I'm just
busy.
saying how you doing, okay?
He's real busy.
I'm saying how are you, not hey, how are you? Just say hello.
Diego issuing an apology, John, for wrecking your spine.
It's okay, man. I walk with a limp. Don't worry about it.
Diego says, put a jersey on, John. Put a jersey on.
No, I never did. That's why I thought that he would take it easy on me. If by jersey you mean the outfit that I wore and the funny thing happened on the way to the forum, then yes,
I actually have a play to announce. It's actually going on tonight. I'm sure it's over by now. What time is it? It's 8:45.
Handoff in the backfield, brought down. Nice open field tackle for a big loss.
Romeo Alapati, John, with a nice takedown in the backfield.
Nice work by Alapati.
Yes, indeed.
It does look like Kings Academy is playing with a bunch of different personnel right now, so they might be
Yeah, they got all sorts of guys coming in and out.
Kings Academy, private school out of Sunnyvale, California.
We looked up the tuition last time, didn't we?
You know, a lot of kids there do get a break per need-based. I've heard things that it's a really good school because, you know, I told you the story from earlier. So
yes, you did.
Got a little bit of backstory there.
Yes, you did.
And there's it's Kings Academy punts. It's a nice punt. It's going to take a Kings Academy bounce. As Kings Academy's number 9, JT Williamson, got a little excited, almost like he was going to try to pull a South City player into touching the ball.
Interesting game plan
exactly,
there.
Right? Hey, you're going to touch this ball, right?
Not a bad idea.
It reminded me like when you I was.
Why you hitting yourself?
Why you hitting yourself, little brother? Right? Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting yourself? Stop doing that.
Well, John, 35 seconds left. I
So
can't
now
imagine.
can I talk about my polenta?
No, they can't.
Oh, it was
it's
delicious.
a teaser for the second half. John.
All right. Stick around for the second half where I tell you what I had for dinner. Spoiler alert, it was not healthy.
We're going to tell you about our dinner with Mr. Migdale and Mr. Coyne last Saturday. If you stick
Couple of
with us
South City
in
legends.
the second half. Stick around.
Stick around. That's the teaser.
Yeah.
I called it the teaser in the business. South City's going to score a quick touchdown here with 38 seconds left. Gutu back. Gutu's holding the ball. Beats a couple of would-be tacklers. Gutu doesn't want to go down easy.
It's going to take about a half dozen nights to bring Gutu down, and that's about what it took.
Gutu said, don't tackle me. It's senior night. You don't even know.
Right. Clock's going to continue to run. I'd be surprised if they got another playoff. So Kings Academy
13
is
ticks.
set.
Okay, it's went ahead and clocked it with 10 seconds left.
It sure looked to me like that night jumped, but they're going to go ahead and say that we got the snap off and that guy was not offsides.
I think South City's going to drop all their skinny posts right now.
I'd have to agree with you. Streaks. We're going streaks.
We're going skinny posts.
Streaks.
This is the one where it's like, you know, run all the way to the Chrysler, turn around, the ball's going to be there.
The Chrysler.
The Chrysler here is going to be the end zone, though.
Yeah.
Or for those youngsters growing up, run to the Tesla or whatever.
Well, Gutu ought to have some time to throw here. And he does.
They're in a prevent defense. That looks like it's an incomplete pass that bounced off the turf there. But still, these 4.7 ticks on the clock here. South City's going to have one more play. They're going to unload the hard drive like Como Le Guitarra.
Kings Academy electing to go into the prevent there. Gave Gutu some time to make a throw. We'll see what they elect to do here.
Also a teaser in the second half. Ricky and I are going to sing the song "Shallow" from "A Star Is Born."
Only if I get to be Lady Gaga.
Oh, bummer! I wanted to be Lady Gaga.
Right.
There's the snap for Gutu. Gutu looking. Not a lot of time. Pocket collapsing. He kicks it back. A little flea flicker action. Got some room to rumble.
Well,
took a little cut there. Just didn't have enough time.
So typical, John. No. South City trying to make something out of nothing. Gutu felt some pressure. He said he's going to shovel it off to Noel, and Noel made some nice moves. Got some room to run as we go into the second half here. Going into the halftime, I should say. The Warriors down big, unfortunately, as we're going to try to get some more positive vibes, positive energy from our sideline reporter here.
Okay, here comes our sideline reporter.
What are you looking for?
Go. Okay, it's been a rough first half, but that's okay because there's still a lot of time. We got 2 quarters left. Am I right?
You're very right. Correct.
What are you guys looking forward to in this next half?
I'm looking forward to maybe getting them up on the scoreboard because I believe in them. We still got two quarters left, so I think we got this.
All right, some encouraging words. And also, is there anyone you're supporting specifically tonight?
You know, my boy Meech and Lance. Happy birthday, Lance.
How about you? Oh, my God, I don't know anybody. Okay, well, good luck, Warriors.
More positivity, John. Exactly what this team needs. 2 quarters left.
You're right.
There is time that remains. I don't know anybody here.
I like how our intrepid sideline reporter actually calmed down the screen with the hands. She's like, calm it down. Calm it down. We good. We got this.
Everybody's still happy, John. We're all still happy to be here. I hope our kids are taking some solace in the fact that we're still having a good time. We hope that they stay safe and come out of this game with their health. It's a hard game. It's a tough game. And I hope that they keep their composure and keep things light and happy. It's tough, man. They're down 48-0 at the half, man. It's, there's no sugarcoating that.
48-0 at the half. The South City Warriors down to the Kings Academy Knights. We'll see you for the second half here.
And for your halftime entertainment, we have our South City Cheerleaders. Once again, here are South City Cheerleaders for your halftime entertainment. Your South City Warrior Cheerleaders. South City Band for your halftime entertainment also. Your South City Band, joined by the middle schools, Westboro, Altaloma, and Parkway. Let's give them a South City welcome, everybody. South City Band and our color guard.
All right, folks, I know you missed us, so we're back here in South San Francisco in the shadows of the Oro Wheat Bakery. Starting to get cool out here. Winds are blowing. 17 miles an hour now, north-northeast.
It might be a little bit sacrilegious to say I never liked the smell of that Oro Wheat factory. It was not pleasant.
Yeah, it is the yeast, I
Just
think.
me, maybe, I don't know.
It was a very yeasty smell.
Apologies to all I have offended.
Is it still there? Because they had the discount Oro Wheat shop on site there.
The discount one? Yeah, I remember
where you,
that.
you could get your tasty treats. They do Entenmann's for a while. I think they might have been the distributors for Entenmann's. Shout out to Entenmann's. I don't know why y'all don't sell a lot of your tasty treats here on the West Coast. Thankfully, shout out to Koch Dog, Mark Kochi out there in Philadelphia, PA. He sends me my Entenmann's treats. He keeps me in Entenmann's territory. What do you think?
He sends all sorts of stuff back, man. And he sent your wife. There's something that she likes in particular. Doesn't he send something to her in particular?
My wife.
Johnny Cakes? No.
Let's hope not.
Johnny Cakes?
He sends my wife.
You're her Johnny. You are her Johnny Cakes.
That's correct. He sends her the New York style coffee cake. I think that's what they call it. The Entenmann's coffee cake. Remember, you used to be able to find that everywhere. The crumbly coffee cake, had a little sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon crumble on top.
I was a home run pie guy, man. If I saw a home run pie, I went after it.
Those still exist. Those are terrible still. But the Entenmann's, apparently they don't make a bunch of stuff for the West Coast anymore. So if you're looking for your coffee cakes, looking for your chocolate cakes.
Because we're so healthy here.
I think that might be something. It's probably like a demographic thing. Like only 18% of people buy it or something every third month.
People take care of themselves these days. I think you and I are the last ones going hard on pulled pork sandos.
Last of a dying breed.
Creamy polentas dinners.
Bertolucci's still great.
For whom?
We're getting some updates here from the truck. Looks like we're going to get Frank House back to start the second half here.
Red Sox have some action happening, John. Keep you guys updated.
Oh, Red Sox, they were able to tie it late. I think they tied in the 8th inning. Wait, actually, can we even say that? I mean, I don't think you can disseminate that, right? No, they say
without express written
I don't
consent.
have express written consent. I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
I have implied oral consent.
There is a game going on of baseball variety
consent.
With people that identify with stockings of some sort, playing a team that identifies with what going to Canada during the war.
That's possible.
What are they? I don't know what the other team's name.
Who knows?
Who knows? Anyway, there's a game on. But I digress. Bertolucci is fantastic. I guess Bertolucci's was in the news.
Armstrong Brewery, great place, followed by.
You already gave them their cut. I'm here to talk about my polenta.
I need to retrace my steps.
We teased the polenta. The iconic Bertolucci's sign that you would see from the Highway 101 is now, you can't see it. I mean, Bertolucci's is still there, thankfully. I freaked out when I first noticed.
That's hard to believe, man, that you drive by and you do not see that sign. I'm going to be picking somebody up from the airport this evening with my brother, and I will not see the Bertolucci sign. And that's going to be hard to believe. It's like the Dodgers got out of that inning, going into the bottom of the 10th there, 1-1.
Yeah, that Bertolucci sign was my beacon home. Now I don't know where I'm going.
Yes, it was.
I'm just floating around, lost. As you can hear the crazy siren go off, which means that's the end of the halftime break there.
Great service at Bertolucci's, John. Sat in the bar.
Fantastic. Had that creamy polenta. I started off with you went salad route. I went with their delicious minestrone soup with a fistful of grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Fistful.
Yeah. That's how you have to do it.
That Parmigiano Reggiano shout out goes to the Marcucci family. Great South City family, sadly no longer of the South City area. They've moved, so we wish them the best. That's
tough, man. He's a South City icon.
South City icon, former soccer coach, soccer standout here in the 70s as well.
Long time.
Danny Marcucci, his son played baseball. Joey Marcucci. Great family. Jill, I'd be remiss to not mention them. Trevor and Lindsay as well, and great family. As South City kicks off to Kings Academy. Ball is hauled in around the 30-yard line, and the runner takes it to the 49.
Nice job there by the Warriors to gang tackle that young man.
Tackling Zach Lumen.
I'm sure that the coaches during the half said, hey, let's make some tackles. But we can't do it alone. If you see a guy trying to bring another guy down, let's help him out.
I heard him say, be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
That is correct. So, John, second half. Clock's going to run here, I think, unimpeded due to the lopsided score there. It's a new game, right? I mean, it's got to be a new game in your mind, the minds of these kids. That's really the only way to look at it. Another chance to come out here and put some good things together.
As Kings Academy is going for the ground attack, they rattle off another 5 yards there. Going to bring up a second and 6, actually, 4 yards on the play. I'm going to ask these kids from Altaloma where they got these fantastic 60s era jackets.
Yeah, those are nice.
Is there a name for those? What do they call those?
Cardigans?
That is a cardigan. I think that is like a 3-button cardigan.
I think Altaloma uses school uniforms, if I'm not mistaken.
These kids do not know the statement they are making with these cardigans.
It looks so foreign to me as a young man to see kids wearing uniforms.
Second and 6. There's a flag on the play before we even get started.
That's maybe third or fourth time that the Kings Academy has run that.
That's going to be
that aggressive count there, and the Warriors have jumped for the second time here.
Offside on the Dubs. It's getting a little breezy here at South City. As they can see, the fog is starting to cascade over the field in a gentle blanketing mist.
This is more like it, John. I think we were over by the snack shack during halftime, and a couple folks from the Kings Academy were expressing some displeasure at how cold it was.
But the man was joyous about his displeasure.
To which I said,
"There's only a man whose team is up by 11 touchdowns can attest."
It's not cold. I don't think it's cold.
He's like, "Y'all are crazy, man. This is cool." As Kings Academy there.
Knights trying to fall forward there for the first down. I think they're going to get it. As a couple of Warriors were in on the tackle. Again, that's what you're going to need here if you have any chance of stopping this team. It's going to be through a concerted joint effort by this team.
And you're going to get a lot of riffing here, folks. It's 48-0. We're going to talk to you about
Well, the
things.
clock is running.
We're going to talk to you about this fantastic polenta, buttery vegetables, phenomenal, tasty stuff. Alexander Brewing, got yourself a flight.
Armstrong Brewing.
Why do I keep saying Alexander?
Armstrong Brewing.
Armstrong, 3 years.
3-year anniversary, yep.
You would never know that they were in that building. Maybe is that part of the problem?
A lot of house stuff on tap. Very cool.
Really cool little basement setup.
Nice play by the Warriors there, John, as the referees blow it dead. Again, it's just a gang tackle group concerted effort. And the Knights are going to run into a wall here. See what they decide to do, but the Warriors have to be stout against that run. They cannot give up 10-yard chunks at a time. Got to force the Knights to make a change on their end. Game of adjustments, John.
2nd and 9 for the Kings Academy Knights. 2 in the backfield, 1 wide. I don't know if that was a little bit of a miscommunication there.
That certainly was, John. He was looking to hand it off there to his running back, and there was no one there. He is out in no man's land. And Gutu did not waste any time and brought that guy right down. Let's bring up a long 3rd down for the Knights.
Yeah, let's see. Kings Academy quarterback Antonio Gonzalez came back and made a fake to no one.
Yeah.
So that was hard to fool anybody without a body behind you. But
Yeah.
I think, like I said earlier, Kings Academy is playing with. Looks like they're playing with their lineups here. They've got some fresh blood in there, some fresh legs.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage to have that kind of personnel that you can switch in and out.
Our running back Lux, who was just phenomenal in the first half. Braylon Lux, number 3, is out. And it looks like also running back Jaden Frazier.
Hey, another nice play there by the Warriors to get in the backfield in a hurry as Romeo Alapati with a nice play.
That's a name you hear before. Alapati, South City. So some South City siblings, does he not, Ricardo?
Yes, we have. We had Tyson last year. Great family, great football family.
The Alapatis, I think of the Alapatis and the Puas when
that's right.
comes to mind here. What is this? Is our 5th year doing this? 5th year?
I believe it. I believe it is, man.
5 years.
Such a blessing to be a part of this. Thank you, Mr. Boyd. Thank you, Coach Sadu, watching from home, to tap us for this incredible honor that I will never ever give up.
Yeah, it's been great to be here and to come and join you folks at home. So you don't have to brave the cold. We'll do it for you.
It's not cold.
There's a touchback here, and the Warriors
cold.
take the ball over on the 20. It's not cold. It's South City nice.
This is perfect. Mr. Boyd plugging the snack shack, as always. I don't know if he should announce, but they ran out of coffee during halftime. The snack shack ran out of coffee.
Ran out of coffee. No, and I said, can you put on a fresh pot?
Fresh pot.
And she didn't know what that meant, and then I didn't want to explain it to her. We just stared at each other for a second, and then I just left. I just walked away. I said, well, actually, let me get a bottle of water.
Fresh pot.
Fresh pot.
Are you really? Mr. Boyd threatening to announce a baseball score at a football game. There's a little handoff there to Anthony Maciel.
Nice run around the outside. Turns the corner and
pardon.
close to a first down for Maciel.
I think it's Maciel, John, pardon. Let's see if they give him the first down on it.
Looking close.
Looks like they are.
All right, Warriors rolling with a first down.
Few and far between moments to get excited. This is just a handful of first downs achieved tonight. So
a lot of heart in this crowd. We were talking
exactly
about this.
right.
If you're not from South City, which I imagine if you're listening at home, you're either from South City or Sunnyvale. South City is an interesting place. This is a hard scrabble, blue-collar town, and these fans have not left. You know, you're not going to scare these guys away.
No,
a lot of heart here.
These fans are smart. They know that if they remain excited, they'll feel warm. They'll fight off the cold by getting hyped up.
Excitement helps you fight off the cold.
Noah Lalazia there had nowhere to go. Lost a few on that play. Mr. Talbert and the band imploring this football team to go. Go Big Blue.
I've got a quick note here from the South City Tourist and Travelers Bureau. South City's been voted the #1 sandwich destination in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it has. Is that true?
That is absolutely not true. I made that up.
It should be.
But it's true to me. As we got a nice pass on the left side there. Oh.
I'd like to see a flag on that play, John. I don't see the DB ever looking up at the ball, looking up, doing much of anything. Just kind of threw his hands there.
Pass
in the way
intended
there.
for number 13.
Just curious.
Not on our roster. But yeah, he had about a step on him, but it didn't look like he really made a play on the ball. Back to the sandwich comment. South City has got some of the best sandwiches. Look, I've been everywhere. Okay,
Darby Dan's.
As the song goes, I've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere.
Darby Dan's is great. Little Luca's is great.
I'm sure.
The original owners of Little Luca opened up a place right down the street from Little Luca.
I heard.
In almost direct competition with it. I hear they got great sandwiches. I don't know how Roma Deli is anymore. I think that still exists. That's right next door in San Bruno, but I'll count that. Oh, nice little shimmy and shake there.
Gutu put a little bit too much mustard on that ball. It was too hot to handle. It was a little bit high. And that's going to happen when you don't get a ton of reps in the position. I'm sure he wants that one back.
Hey, Mr. Lazal. We don't have a 13 on our.
Too much mustard.
Nobody knows who that is.
Too much great stuff.
Trying to get some information here from the truck. John, apologize. We don't have number 13 on our roster. He's made a couple plays here.
We don't know who he is, but we find out, we will tell you. There's a quick little fake there by Gutu, and then his very short punt of about 15 yards. And it's going to be inside the 40.
Well, Gutu had a moment to look around and think about what to do. Took the punt. It wasn't a great one. Kicking into the wind a little bit, as is the case as the game draws on.
I should have a Little Luca party or like a sandwich party. Maybe get 3 or 4 sandwiches from the best, the heavy hitters in town.
That's exciting.
And then tell them to cut them twice. You know what I mean? Cut them to 4 little sandwiches. Make your own little sandwich tray.
That sounds just fine.
A little Darby Dan situation, a little Luca situation.
I'm all in.
Tienis, I think is what it's called. Tienis is the place that they opened. The original Luca owners opened. A couple other places I'd be remiss. I remember Schoolhouse Deli.
Schoolhouse.
They had great sandos for a while. I haven't stepped foot in there in a while.
Mike Patani serving up I think it's like the Monterey chicken sandwich or something like that.
His mom would work there, right?
Yeah.
Mrs. Patani. Ms. Patani, if you're listening, I know you're listening.
Patty, right?
Patty
Thank
Patani.
you. Thank you.
Great alliteration. Patty Patani with
Mr.
the sandos.
Boyd, thank you.
That was a great place, though, because that place was a microcosm of South City. You'd be people in there playing scratchy lotteries, drinking Yoo-Hoos.
Oh, I just caught
ordering
myself.
sandwiches.
I just caught myself telling a story I shouldn't tell on the air.
Good. That's called being an adult.
Stan worked there, right?
He
Stan,
did.
Or was he at
yes.
D&M? I forget.
No. Stan was there for a time. I do remember running into him, and I was like, Stan?
Yeah.
Is that? Why are you staring at me like that, Stan?
Where's Stan
so
at?
intense, and I just want to get
This team could use some of that steely, intense, classic Stan stuff.
Good man, Stan. Good man. As there is a handoff there to number 25. Actually, number 25, Demon Roland for the Knights, the Kings Academy Knights. As the Kings Academy, they're just slowing things down. They know this clock is running. They've hit the ground attack. Nothing too dynamic here. 3rd and 4.
Looks like the Knights are going to pack it in here and let the third quarter run out, John. As we, again, small victory, 48-0. The defense has held them scoreless for a quarter. And really, that's going to be the type of victories that you can kind of hang your hat on.
That's all right. You know what you got to do? You got to flush this one. You got to get ready.
That's right.
Because in a season like this, it's a lot of learning opportunities. Things haven't necessarily gone your way. It's time to start thinking about the Bell game. The Bell game, I think, it's a 60-year tradition now.
I just hope that, I hope a lot of stuff. But, again, I just hope that everyone can stay healthy here, keep it clean. Sometimes these lopsided games can be a little bit chippy. So just hope that coaches can maintain the focus of their team. And, frankly, there have been a lot of lopsided games like this throughout the season. And at least the ones here at home that I've been able to watch, the kids have comported themselves pretty well. So I would expect nothing less from this team who's learning and trying to find their way. A lot of young kids, a lot of sophomores.
We haven't seen a lot of dumb penalties. That's for sure.
No, we haven't.
Not a lot of ill-advised penalties.
The week you were gone, there certainly were a lot of penalties. There aren't tonight, so that's a good point, man. That's a good thing.
People aren't letting their emotions, their anger get away from them. They're staying focused. There's another handoff there as the pile gets pushed about 12 yards.
Looks like that'll be enough for a first down, John, Red Sox got out of a tough situation, and we're going into the top of the 11th.
I think you can just say the city name. I think then you're fine if you don't say the actual name of the team. I think if you say Boston. Because
nobody can tell me.
You can't trademark a city, right? You're like, Boston is up against
in the
LA.
11th. In the 11th, what?
Right? I mean, I'm not giving names. I mean, but I think that the name of the team might be a trademark thing, right?
I'm sure it is.
It probably is. No fun.
But we can call them from a team name from.
They should be happy we're giving them a plug. Baseball fans are getting older.
The Bean Eaters.
We're getting older and older, aren't we? Oh, fumble! It's on the ground. Oh, looks like Kings Academy recovered.
Nice play. Nice play by the Knights there to fall on that fumble. Christian Brios Fuentes. Is he on my roster? I thought I saw his name. I guess not. Thank you, Mr. Orlich. Number 13 is Christian Rios.
Christian Rios.
He's also there.
2nd and 10 for the Kings Academy Knights. Hopefully they're getting cold. Take that as a moral victory.
Yeah, it's chilly.
I heard your fans are chilly. I hope you're chilly coming from Sunnyvale. Snap. Quarterback keeper. Looking for room. Flushing out to the right. And it's going to be close to a first down.
And that was a play from a moment ago, John. It was kind of an option play where the quarterback first made a nice move and then lost the ball in a nice Warriors strip. The Knights elect to go back in with the same play. The quarterback kind of determined at that point to hold on to the ball and get to the outside as quick as humanly possible. It was good enough for a nice gain there. 4 pyramids, pardon, 5 cheerleading pyramids, John.
5 periods, five pyramids, and 4 people cheering them on. And folks, I mean, there's a lot of folks here with a lot of great fire.
It's spirit,
some
man.
zeal.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. You know the cheerleaders are cold. Or are they wearing layers underneath the windbreakers?
It depends.
I hope so.
I see a couple of hoodies, but
if I were the parents of any of those kids, I would say put your layers on.
some of these other
You're gonna
young
catch
men
a
and women
cold.
are just hard scrabbled South City folks,
Yeah.
born and bred. You know, I've lost it. I could be out here in a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, I used to show up to school in shorts and a t-shirt. I'd drive with the windows rolled down, and my dad would go, "You're insane. It's freezing out here."
It's like, no, you raised me
no,
in this.
man.
I'm used to this.
This is me. Yeah,
I've
exactly.
acclimatized. Pitched out to the running back. Looking for a little bit of room. It's going to be short of the end zone there.
That Knight did a nice job there to wait for the play to develop in front of him. Took a little pause. Was able to get a couple yards out of it for his troubles.
In your mind's eye, Ricardo, do you remember what this field looked like without the turf and the dirt?
No, I wish I did.
I'm having a hard time now. I think we've been doing this long enough.
did.
This field is now, what, 3 years in now?
It's so beautiful. And Calvin, I remember, told me
island.
that they had nicknamed it the island because it looked like there's water surrounding it, and just a really cool metaphor.
Well, somebody also noted, which is a good point, that, you know, for drainage reasons, when you have an actual grass field, it actually has a little bit of a slope.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it slopes a tiny bit in the middle. I don't know, a few degrees or whatever. South City sniffs that out and stops that right in the backfield. Hopefully, there's not an injury on the field. Looked like a lot of bodies floating.
When we walked out there during halftime, I actually saw some slits in the ground that looked like they were part of a drainage solution out on the tracks.
Yeah, right. I saw that.
Very cool.
Right near that gigantic tractor tire you flipped over a couple times.
Yeah, a little CrossFit on the way back to the booth.
So I mean, it's different because this field is obviously very, very flat. Measure B funds used to make this place nice. But do you remember the bleachers, the visiting bleachers? As there's a handoff there by the Golden Knights, by the Knights, not the Golden Knights. Sorry, went to Vegas in my mind for a moment. Do you remember the visiting bleachers were horrible? They were like rickety wood.
Yeah, of course.
And for many years, speaking of the Bell game, South City and El Camino, because they're only a mile apart, I believe, maybe even less as the crow flies, El Camino would use South City's field as their home field. So some years, El Camino would play here as their home field and request to have the home side bleachers, which was always denied.
No.
You can be the home part of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But you're gonna go.
That's the best you can do. You can wear your home unis. All right, John. Still a pretty cool thing there to hold a really great Kings Academy team to a field goal. We'll fix the score there in a second. Thank you guys in the truck. Still an accomplishment, man, to hold this team to anything but a touchdown. They've had their way most of the night, so very cool. Nice thing for the defense to hang their hat on. All right, John, I think we can finally talk about Mr. Orley. John and I had dinner with Mr. Eric Migdale this past Saturday, and he says hello.
House of Prime Rib.
Everybody's doing well. Mr. Migdale. John, myself, Miggs, went to the House of Prime Rib, of course, because
did it real classy. A couple of nice bottles of red.
Yeah, those were great, man.
Got to go with the red meat. Got to go with the red.
No, we should have. Hey, he works at Carlmont, man. He's got plenty of money. He's doing just fine.
He should have treated us.
He should have treated us, quite frankly. Quite frankly.
Special guest appearance by.
Oh, how sad. What a sad thing.
We're being told he taught us everything we know. He taught us a few things. It was great. It was a surreal dinner. A lot of fun. As the ball's being returned here by South City. Nice little return there Number 7, Nola Lazia, the sophomore.
Elcia kind of running into his blocker there. He was trying to make something happen out of nothing. And you see some of the Warrior players as they run by him, kind of give him a tap on the pads, like, nice work, man. Like, keep it up, keep it up. They're giving him a ton to do. Pretty big workload. We've called his name quite a few times tonight. And that can only mean good things for next year. You know, got to start thinking about developing the young guys, as much as it pains me to
Did you let
say
Mr. Orlich know that we had a special guest appearance by Mike Coyne?
No. Mr. San Francisco, Mike Coyne, sat down at our table for one drink and then left. It was awesome.
He came by and joined us, special
it was
guest.
Awesome. It was like being on a TV show. It was a blast.
It's number 11 there for South City.
Look at the big fella there.
Romeo Alapati.
Was that 77 or number 11 with the ball there?
That was number 11.
Another first down, very nice. And you know the Warriors are hoping that they can maybe get on the board here and go home with a little bit of a boost here. Unfortunately, the clock is against them. It'll continue to run due to the score and it being the second half. Guess what I had at the House of Prime Rib, Mr. Orlich? I had the prime rib.
I also had the prime rib.
They have fish, believe it or not. Fish is an option, right?
They have one thing on there for, like, you know, when you take your kid there and they're in that weird awkward stage where they don't want to eat meat. And they have like a fish dish. I think you can get veggies too. They just give you a bunch of sides.
No, thank you.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
Amazing.
Very good.
Amazing Yorkshire pudding. I mean, I would give the House of Prime Rib a lot of. I would give them definitely some credit, but or I give them some free airplay, which I guess I technically already am, but they don't really need it.
How long did we wait for a table without a reservation?
It wasn't very long. I think about an hour. It was about an hour.
It certainly didn't feel long, man.
No, we were catching up. It was good.
Just a surreal thing, man, to hang out with your teacher, who is now, he was 35 when he met us. Now we're 35. It's just kind of a weird, cool thing to be a part of, to still be cool with an old teacher.
Yeah, that was pretty cool when he said, I'm as old as you guys are now when I was teaching.
Yeah, that's insane.
I was like, wow, you were just a kid.
I'm going to see if we can get him out here for the bell game, see if we can drag Mr. Migdale out on a Saturday afternoon.
I'm sure if you
I'm sure he's watching.
I'm sure if you offered the man some tasty beverages or like a
well, we're out of coffee, so I don't know.
Or a steak or something, he would come and do it.
He's keeping it tight, man. Mr. Migdale looks good, lost a bunch of weight.
Does look good.
Taking good care of himself.
And Mr. Coyne, for that matter. That guy hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah, he doesn't age, man. He looks the same.
No,
looks
he doesn't
the same
age.
as the day we graduated.
I mean,
I got a chance to apologize to Mr. Coyne. That was really nice. Cool. Oh.
Oh, we got a little fumble in the backfield there.
Gutu stayed in there, took an absolute shot, and didn't even flinch. Just bent right back down to pick the ball up. I'm sure he's feeling it now, but in the moment he took an absolute
Gutu won't let on. This is senior night. He's not letting on.
I sure hope so. That was definitely a major hit. Gutu in the shotgun.
3rd and 15. Gutu back, surveying the field. It completes the pass across the middle, but it's punched out and fumbled. Recovered by Kings Academy. Number 59, Matt Wilson recovers the ball.
Gutu made a phenomenal play. He got it right into the breadbasket of that Warrior wide receiver. All he had to do was turn around and fall forward. He did that. He had the right instinct, but unfortunately, somebody punched it out on his way down. And, well, you see that's the result, as that's probably going to do it here. Warriors had a nice chance there, move the field just a touch. But it's going to be a shutout, man. It's going to be another 0 on the scoreboard for this team, assuming Kings Academy doesn't throw a Hail Mary here or something, or do something crazy. But tough year, man, no doubt about it. Team in transition, new coach. Tough. Cheerleader still having a blast.
Cheerleaders continuing to cheer. Minute 8 left as the clock continues to tick here.
Mr. Orlich wants me to bring him up some pom-poms so he can cheer from the booth. That's all me.
That's about going to do it here. Looks like Kings Academy is going to get into victory formation and tap this clock out.
Which is the right thing to do, I think, here. I know that a couple weeks ago, Burlingame had a chance to punch it in. They were almost on the one, and they elected to kneel it rather than run up the score. So a lot of classy play this year. Again, some lopsided results. Still a lot of classy play by by the visiting teams, which is always
Kings
nice.
Academy, consummate gentlemen. That was a great game. I mean, look, they're just a better team this year. You know, you got to call it the way you see it sometimes. South City's in a time, as you said, transition. They're not quite there yet. First year coach, a lot of youngsters, 5 sophomores on this team, short roster. You know, they got beat by a really good Kings Academy team, but you know there was no chippiness, there was no ridiculousness. These guys were all very, very respectful, played a great game, and I think that's, you know, when you're working with young men, this is what you're looking for.
I'm still pretty happy to see the coaches handing out DAP and giving everyone props and congratulating them for a hard-fought game. Obviously, the result's not what you want, but you play hard and you can at least go home with your head held high and say, man, I gave it all that I had.
South City's legendary South City teacher, Mr. Orlich, calls it a night.
Take it easy, Mr. O.
Take it easy, Mr. O. Good seeing you. Chocolate old fashions for that man all day long.
Upload that cat video, Mr. O, so we can all see it.
Remember, at Orlich Surfing Cat. All right, folks, as the South City Warriors fall to the Kings Academy Knights, 51-0. I'm Jonathan Dio. He's Ricky Martel.
I think we're going to go, John, one more time to our intrepid sideline reporter.
But that's going to be
We're not. Oh, no, we're done. I'm going to read some stuff. Tonight's staff, crew, students working on the video art broadcast crew: Carlo Banzon, Christian Gomez, Tuan Ta, Bernadette Navarro, Coy Lee, Christian Matadamas, Oswaldo Cantoral, Ariana Barraza, George Guzman, Christian Meza, Ansel Policarpio, Mario Gonzalez, Kalena Rivera, Nicole Tianco, Alyssa Naraki, Charisma Bergensen were our sideline reporters. Kimberly Torres, Job Shadow, Ryan Duncan, Brianna Sembrano, Anjali Chandra, Catherine Batang, Francesca Perea, Brianna Padilla, Kevin Madrigal, Mr. Boyd, thank you for having us. You're the best in the business. Every time we do this, it gets better. It's fun to be here. What a rush. Can't wait for the bell game. It's a chance to right all of our wrongs and take kind of a ugly taste out of your mouth and go into the offseason with some positive momentum.
Thanks for having us, folks. Have a good night.